pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome to some more of HGN Season 4. So what we got in mind for today is a topic in particular known as stereotypes. This was a combination of a request and something that I've been holding back on for some time, just the same as I have been doing for a number of other subjects. So, I'm glad to finally get around to some of these things. Why don't we just push forward with stereotypes for the time being? Stereotypes are in fact a common placement in various levels of culture. Oftentimes meant to be a common cliche depiction of a certain person with certain clothes, with certain attributes, with certain music, and with a multitude of other things. But in the process of stereotyping, it is in fact a way to commonly place someone and supposedly create an uproar on a sense of either bigotry or heresy against a certain person or subculture. For instance, if someone happens to talk a bit about the POC or person of color, there are oftentimes a number of things that would come to mind to some people, often because it has been showcased many times throughout pop culture, whether it's been shown as a joke or as something else entirely. There's always the likelihood a person could actually get offended by this whole thing. POCs are a big front when it comes to high chances of either offending or causing bigotry, by all accounts. And whether that drama is supposed to be at the front of every topic or not, it's an ethical issue that's plagued a number of us for decades, and probably will continue to be like that. Even if there was a way to create extinction to bigotry, I'm sure somebody could eventually try to bring it up again. But I guess in that case, it's at least a good way to reminisce that a number of different subjects about the POC. If somebody thinks that it's all about the Popeyes, Burger King, rap, and whatnot, it's one of those things that I'm uncomfortable with talking about. All because I've had such a big reputation to not only make sure that they're safe, but to also make sure they don't end up becoming this certain somebody that they're truly not. They don't need to wear Yeezys or have a certain cologne or anything of any sort just to be themselves, They can always have similar things as what I have on. And more importantly, if you ever wanted to talk about a nerd, I might as well be at the front of that line as well. I don't need to have a certain combed hairstyle or glasses or certain clothes that make me look as geeky as possible. Oh man, but even that alone is something that's probably too much for me to handle. I guess that's probably just a good reason to sometimes just leave that stuff well enough alone. But stereotypes technically would have had to come onto HGN whether I would have liked it or not. And so, with that in mind, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side.